my sheikh was like, okay, it's time to do your shahada. And I was like, really? Do I have to like prepare anything? Like, do I really need this? Do I really want this? I had explored many different spiritual, uh, you could say religions or mystic paths, even before I went to India when I was quite young, just devouring whatever reading I could in the university library. So I was already very interested in, say, like Sikhism or Buddhism and like Zen and Christianity. Like I've gone in and really studied these things. And of course, as anybody would be very moved and fascinated with the Sufi, poetry like Rumi and Hafez. I hadn't lived in an Islamic culture before, and my association to Islam was through Darvish, not through like living in a city where people will go to the Juma prayer and all that. I think it was really the whole musical path that really brought me into like a more comprehensive understanding of Islam and of Tasawwuf, because living alone and suffering in that way, to be in that lifestyle, there's, like I said, there's a confronting the loneliness. But then, sometimes you'd see other wandering dervishes like in a little group doing their music, right? And I was always so touched by that. Like there's the bhajans and there's the ballads of Bengal, and there's the Qawwals in those ways where they just have their little duff and ektara or whatever singing. And I always thought that was so powerful and so beautiful. It's like such a thing to share and be in that devotional place. I just see these people just lit up in that bhakti, in that devotion. I had never also found my guru when I was in the Himalayas. I imagined some like super yogi Baba giving me guidance and all that. But what I did found is the guidance of those of that community of dervishes, the power of being together in that devotion. So when I was with my khanka, doing salat together, doing zikr together, and even just eating together and listening to stories from our sheikh and other sheikh bhais that tell these beautiful stories about Hazrat Ali ul Mola and the different lineage of masters. I was 17 when I took my shahada and bayat with my Sheikh Liban Yusuf. It was a profound moment of brotherhood, because it wasn't like, okay, today's the big day. And it was just, I had already been very deeply connected in the Khanka, and my sheikh was like, okay, it's time to do your shahada. And I was like, really? Do I have to like prepare anything? Like, do I really need this? Do I really want this? It's just like, whatever, you're already in it. Just trust me. And so I remember that feeling of, when my sheikh, held me with his hand, and then the whole khankav, it was actually all just men there in that moment, where had one hand on the next one. It just felt like this moment of like everybody's bringing their love and their presence to that. And I think it was just a powerful moment in that way of feeling that support. It was, I think, before Islam started getting a bad name in the West, before that became popular, of people seeing it like that. So I never did. And I've never been, one to watch the news or read the paper. Obviously, going to Pakistan for the last 20 years, people like that did read the paper, whether friends or family, they'd be like, why are you going there? It's dangerous. But luckily I hadn't been afraid of it because I hadn't been watching the news and things like that. So there's that innocence there that I kept and valued. I was totally disconnected from anything from the past, and that's part of the discipline and the choice to be sannyasi. Means like you have to renounce your connection to your family, which I didn't really value at the time anyway, unfortunately, and uh, any possessions. So I basically whatever I had, I had given away before leaving.